we saw Howie McQueen and his team, they had a plan to put the wheels back on the ghost train, since the train mod that looks like Here One Night had them since the start of 2024. And the ghost train technically has new wheels, since the train mod that looks like Here One Night still has his. But it didn't matter anymore because the ghost train had wheels again. And they decided to put the other wheels that was on the flatbed into one of Philip's cars. Scrap. They'll be taken to the scrapyard. The villains were glad to have the ghost train back in action once again, but they didn't think the ghost train was ready yet. Because the ghost train lost its old coupling rods and had to get new ones. But the ghost train didn't seem to be worried about anything. Not all steam engines like me need coupling rods. I'm still a really useful engine, even without them. We're really useful villains, not really useful engines, remember? Oh yeah, right. Come on, you two. I still can do work. I think it's best you wait until your coupling rods are attached on. And if none of us are available, then we'll need you without your coupling rods. All right, fine. So that was how things were settled for the villains. One day, after Thomas had finished his morning work, he was talking to Brady 5 about the stuff at the shed. I do like adding stuff to the shed, Thomas, but I feel like we're running out of room. Well, it's a good thing there's some extra room in your shed to store more stuff. Yeah, you're right. Before Thomas could say anything else, the errand conductor arrived. Ah, Thomas, I got a very special job for you tonight. What's the special, sir? There's a costume festival taking place tonight. I know it's not Halloween yet. And they want you to be the star of the festival tonight. So, do I need to be in the costume? Like I was in a costume at India and the island of Sodor? Yeah, it will be ready later. Alright, thank you, sir. Wait, hold on a second, Thomas. What? And after you get in costume, I need you to work with James and Philip taking passengers to the festival. Got it? Yeah, of course, sir. So now Thomas was on his way to the shunting yard to shunt some trucks for tonight. And do his other jobs too. After Thomas finished his other work for the day, he went back to the shed to collect Annie and Clarabelle and to have his mask fit on for the festival tonight. Soon, Thomas had his mask on. It made him look like a clown, but he didn't know it yet. I'm sure people are going to love it. And I'm sure the children will like it too, sir. Now, I must collect my passengers. That's a good engine. Off you go. And I'm pretty sure the engines will like my mask too. But Thomas was wrong when he saw James at the junction. Huh? That's strange. I'm sure I saw James. Okay, I think I lost him. What are you doing in this siding, James? Oh, Jackson, I just saw a killer clown tank engine. Pah, don't be ridiculous. There's no such thing as a killer clown tank engine. They're only seen in movies. You probably just imagined it. And even if killer clown tank engines exist, and I saw one, I wouldn't be afraid of it. He would be frightened if he really saw one. I just hope I don't see it again. Meanwhile, Thomas was approaching another junction. Ah, there's Philip. Huh? What? It's a killer clown tank engine! He knows my name! And he's going to kill me! Ah! Killer clown tank engine? What is he talking about? Watch out, Storm! There's a killer clown tank engine ahead. Nonsense, Philip. They're only seen in movies. Huh. Silly James and Philip. Fancy being scared of a... Ah! Huh? Was that Jackson Storm, Clarabelle? I think it was, Annie. He's probably running because of Thomas's mask. Then I think it's time that I find out why everyone is running away from me. I'm sure I have plenty of time before I go pick up the children and take them to the festival tonight. Annie and Clarabelle were nervous to see what Thomas's mask looked like, but they knew it was important to Thomas for him to know what his mask looked like. So when they arrived at Edwin's station, Thomas was uncoupled from the coaches, moved on to the other track so that his coaches can see what he looked like. Whoa, that mask makes you look like a killer clown. That's what Philip thinks. Can I see it? Yeah, sure, Clarabelle. Collecting carriages. That's the scariest mask I ever seen. No wonder everyone's been running away from you. And I expect the children will run away when they see me too. What have I got myself into? Thomas felt so sorry for himself that he nearly cried as he got ready to couple up to the coaches again. And he said nothing for the rest of the journey. So did Annie and Clarabelle. And didn't say anything about the mask as well. And for the rest of the journey, when Thomas saw an engine or car, the engine or car would run away from him. Ah! Ah! Don't eat me! Ah! Ow. The more he saw them, the more he worried about what the children would think about his mask. Until he was approaching the station. And it was dark. I don't know if I can do this. If the engines and cars are scared of me with this mask on, and I'm sure the children will be scared of me with this mask on as well. Before Annie and Clarabelle could say anything, Percy arrived. What's wrong, Thomas? Aren't you going to pick up the children? I can't do it, Percy. If I go near the children will run away from me because of my mask. Wait, what? Percy? You're not scared of me? What on earth made you think I would be scared of you? Your mask doesn't look scary at all. Really? But the engines and cars are scared of me when I have it on. And now I think the children will be running away from me when they see me. Shall I remind you about you having a funny funnel and the children cheered for you when you brought Mr. Bubbles' bubble for the Mr. Bubbles Clown show on the island of Soda a couple of years ago? And you meant bubble liquid, right? Yeah, I do. And then there was another time that you were dressed as a monkey and the children cheered for you when you were dressed up as a monkey. Maybe, after what you said, Percy, makes me want to pick up the children. Yeah. You go do it, best friend. All right, I will, Percy. After a little help from Percy, Thomas went to the station and picked up the children. After they got on board Annie and Clown, Thomas set it off once again to the festival. And Percy followed him. They arrived at the festival. Luke was there too. He had just brought Potter, Greg, and Maya to the festival. Hello, Thomas. Hello, Percy. Nice mask you have on there, Thomas. Thanks, Luke. And I'm impressed of how you're not scared of my mask as well. Ah, you know me. Always doing rescues with my PJ pals when they need my help. You're talking about the PJ masses, right, Luke? Yes, I am, Percy. I knew you would be. So I'm sure the next time Thomas wears a scary mask, Luke and Percy will know it's him. Don't you?